I would like to be completely, how can I say, authentic in this video when I'm going to talk about Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty, because honestly, the content you're getting from people like Blame Truth or Nero Cinema or Fooly or The Rick or a lot of these people on social media is not actually real. It's not authentic. These people, whether they know it or not, and a lot of you watching these Call of Duty review videos, whether you know it or not, are being manipulated, used as pawns. And here's the thing, the sad thing is this, it's a Dunning-Kruger effect. Those of you who lack the ability to even know you're being manipulated, when I tell you you're being manipulated, you're not going to believe me because you don't have the ability or the brain power to notice or know you're being manipulated. So in kind of a way, this video probably is a waste of time because I'm just yelling at a wall or explaining quantum physics to a dog. That doesn't matter. I'm going to say it anyways because I want to get this off my chest. And for those of you who do know what's going on and do have the ability to think past, your own nose, this video will make sense to you because maybe you are being manipulated and then you have the ability now to have some introspection, look at it from a different perspective and maybe realize like, oh shit, yeah, you know what? This dude, the king of Call of Duty, is really, speaking the facts. So let me continue here. People like Nero Cinema, Blame Truth, and all these people right now on social media hating the Black Ops 7 reveal, going nuts about it on social media, telling you it's the worst ever, are completely and utterly mentally insane and don't even realize it, or they are openly, willingly lying to you, rage baiting and gaslighting you because they know that negativity gets views. And that is the problem with social media. Social media is a cancer because all it does is spew negativity. Because evolutionarily, negativity gets the most attention from our brains because negativity is usually danger, and it is a survival mechanism for us to pay attention to negativity to survive, to pay attention for signals and signs of things being wrong rather than paying attention to things being good. So that is a negativity bias that all humans have. That's why the news is always negative. If you watch the evening news, they have one maybe story here or there, a feel-good story once in a blue moon, but pretty much all they report on is negativity because every single day there are millions and millions of really great, amazing things happening, but that wouldn't get any attention, that wouldn't get any views, and no one's going to make any money. And that is the problem with social media as well, is that the people who make content, Call of Duty content, any content, political, it doesn't fucking matter. They have, whether they know it or not as well, social media maybe has brainwashed them as well to view everything through a negative cognitive bias, negative confirmation bias, because they have been trained that that gets them the most interaction and that gets them the most money. And that's why most people are here. And unfortunately, people will sell their soul metaphorically, literally, for money. But never forget, for those of you that have a lot of subscribers or make a lot of money who may be watching these videos, only fan whores who get piped in the ass are also multi-millionaires. If you're catching my little analogy metaphor there. But with the social media and all this negativity, everybody has, whether it be the content creators or the people consuming said content, it's all negative. Once again, money is involved, negativity bias, I've already mentioned, that draws people to that. So everybody, whether, like I said, the content creator has a positive reinforcement to be negative, and the people watching it will watch it because, once again, negative. And that's the problem with this Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Because if you look at it impartially, just from a critical thinking aspect, and look at what everything is being offered, what we saw at the end of the day really wasn't anything. It wasn't even the multiplayer reveal. It was simply just a quick little reveal at Gamescom. The actual real reveal is coming September 30th. And all the information coming out has sounded very good. Actually, probably some of the best information we've had for current Call of Duties. Once again, this is not 2009. We are in 2025. For the current Call of Duty climate, Black Ops 7 looks and sounds objectively amazing. Compared to old Call of Duties, probably not so much. It's probably substandard, probably mediocre. It would not really be considered one of the best. But the people who made games in 2009 don't even work on Call of Duty anymore. They're like retired. So we gotta get away from the past. It is what it is. And also, the past, you view it through rose-tinted colored glasses, which means we tend to view our past memories and relationships and everything that happened in the past with favorable, manipulated in our mind perspectives, because that's also an evolutionary process to feel better about the present. You remember the past as being good. That's like why guys always end up going back to their ex crazy bitch girlfriends, because they forget she's crazy and their memories are about only the good times, and then they get back together with the ex-girlfriend and they're like, oh my god, what was I thinking? Now I remember this bitch is crazy, and you end up breaking up with her again. But let's just keep it real here, okay? First of all, Black Ops 7 is free on Game Pass, so anybody has an Xbox or a PC, you should have Game Pass. It's like $15 a month, and you have access to just, tons and tons of games. It's honestly a no-brainer. So it's free for people like that. At the same time, we're getting 16 6v6 maps, 2 20v20 maps, and 3 Black Ops 2 classic maps, which I think are included in the 16 free maps, but nonetheless, getting a lot of maps. 30 weapons at launch, 16 of those are all brand new, not recycled crap-ass guns that we've had before in the past, all brand new to the franchise. There's new hybrid combat specialists. We've got no sprint by default, no tac sprint that is, no doors, no manual doors. It sounds good. Also, we brought back the Black Ops 3 wall running. Also, besides jetpacks, we have super jump, which is pretty much is like a jetpack more or less, but it's just sort of, repackaged. And people complain about that, the wall running or the jetpacks or the advanced movement. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Black Ops 3 one of the last truly, really great Call of Duties? And that had jetpacks and wall running, and it was fucking awesome. Nonetheless, we're here watching people Nero Cinema. And he has worst multiplayer reveal ever. No, not even close. It wasn't a multiplayer reveal. It was just a reveal. It didn't even show really any multiplayer gameplay. It had a couple snippets here and there, but it's not really a multiplayer reveal. It was mostly just a campaign reveal. There was no zombies, and it was honestly, what's the reveal? A minute long? Just a minute long trailer? It really was just a trailer. It was the first trailer. The game doesn't come out till November. But the problem is this, guys, all the information we're having with Black Ops 7, it is making it sound like one of the best CODs we've had in a long time. Could someone please explain to me what you were going to complain about? What are you really actually complaining about? I mean, yes, skill-based matchmaking is going to be there. It's going to have goofy skins, but people have said already that they are looking into that, how much people are getting pissed off at that. The developers are in Activision themselves, and how unpopular that is. And they are looking at perhaps maybe tiling that back. But at the end of the day, if we're complaining about skins in a game, I get it. It's stupid. It doesn't really sit with the theme. It sort of ruins the immersion of the, gritty military shooter. But if I could play devil's advocate, it is just a video game, guys. It is a video game. And people try to make it like it's such a big deal. It's like it actually really matters in real life. People are getting so upset and so angry. Trust me, I don't like FaZe Swag, okay? I'm not a fan of the guy. But I have to defend him here. The guy's opinion about Battlefield or Call of Duty has got people threatening his life over a video game? What are we doing here, guys? I'm being authentic. This is King of Call of Duty here, Bose. The adult. The only adult in this whole room. None of these other people are going to hit you with this because either these people are fucking idiots or they don't want you to know about their grift because they don't care about you. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care about how they manipulate. They just care about making money. They don't care about making Call of Duty better. I want to clear it up as well right now. As somebody who's been doing this longer than anybody, including Blame Truth, if you know, you know. Anybody making videos right now, there is nobody who's been doing more videos, who's gotten more views over the last 15 years being negative about Call of Duty than the guy you're listening to right now. Forget about my channel you see right now. Just know that the history of me and what has happened on YouTube and social media, I am the #1 most negative, critical, most viewed, most watched Call of Duty YouTuber of all time by far. Just make that clear. But I'm telling you right now, these people are just manipulating you for the sakes of views. And like I said, I don't know if they even actually are being sincere about how they feel about this game. The same thing happened with Infinite Warfare as well. And it's almost like history is repeating itself because that's what happens. History does repeat itself. Black Ops 7 is going to probably be one of the best Call of Duties. I'm telling you right now, it will probably be one of the best Call of Duty games in a while. Just like Infinite Warfare may not have been one of the best Call of Duty games in a while, but it became the #1 most hated trailer of all time, just like Black Ops 7 is right now. And everybody was hating on it, dislike bombing it, and the new Battlefield at the time, which I believe was Battlefield 1 if I'm not mistaken, everyone was loving that. It was going amazing. And then Battlefield 1 ended up selling pretty well. But Infinite Warfare was actually great game. And I hope it happens again. I hope everybody in the Call of Duty community jumps on the hate train and just goes and follows the crowd, doesn't think for themselves, and just goes and buy Battlefield. Because that would leave less of the sweats and people like that to be playing Call of Duty, and it'd probably be more of a casual experience like Infinite Warfare was, where I had a great time. And that was honestly one of the last times I really enjoyed Call of Duty, man. But yeah, anyone saying this is the worst multiplayer reveal ever, I want to clear that, is lying to you or is completely and utterly fucking nuts, okay? For the current climate of Call of Duty, this is the best we're going to get. And, you know, listen, dudes, it is what it is, all right? People out here are not being sincere. Either they are being manipulated by the chase of monetization and clout and interactions and not realizing that they have a negativity bias because it serves them to be negative. And then the people consuming the content don't seem to realize that they are being fed negativity all day, every day on social media, because once again, the people stand to benefit and profit from providing them content of negativity. And that's, like I said, that's the problem with social media. It's just a cesspool, bro. Honestly, if I were you and you're watching this, I would stay away from Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that shit. That's honestly why I think the world is very negative as well. It's because social media is a cancer and it invades people's minds. And like I said, at the very beginning of this video, a lot of people are not smart enough to even realize and really have the cognitive ability to realize they're being manipulated. And when you tell them they're being manipulated, they're not going to even believe you anyways. And I'm sure the comments on this video are going to prove my point. If you've watched this far, look at the comments. You're going to see COD Glazer, Ghost of 8, or whatever, King of the COD, Duty King or shit, whatever my name is now. I don't know, I'm messing around, LED retard. It's going to say that. Ghost of 8, COD chill, Activision chill, this game sucks. And if you do think this game sucks, hey man, good for you. You're not going to think any Call of Duty is good. Like if you don't like this Call of Duty and you think this is a bad Call of Duty, then you might as well just like, what are you doing here? If you think Black Ops 7 is a bad Call of Duty and you think it sucks, you should just quit the franchise, walk away, because it will never get better than this. This is the best it is going to get. That is a simple fact. And all these people here, oh, I want to say this, I forgot. All these people making these negative videos are not making the game any better. The developers are not listening to any of us. Once again, I've been making negative Call of Duty content with more views than anybody in the Call of Duty community has ever achieved. And it led to zero change. Blame Truth is crushing it. He gets so many views. He is doing very well. In the last few years, his channel has exploded. Has it made Call of Duty any better? Well, maybe it has, because Black Ops 7 looks fucking awesome. So I don't know, but they're still crying and saying it's horrible. So you figure it out, all right? You figure it out. All right, with that being said, it's been beautiful talking with you guys. I wanted to keep it real with you and just be honest and give you an actual real video and tell you guys and try to maybe teach you something. Hopefully maybe you learned something, maybe woke you up a bit. Probably not, maybe a bit. For those of you who know, and those who don't are just never going to, and they're going to walk around with their heads stuck up their asses. And, you know, you have to accept that. It's tough, but you have to accept it. All right, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Stay black, question authority, and don't let the hard cracker returning shapeshifters bring you down.